Worship should pour from your spirit, not just your lips. Remember, this is going to be the moment I walk down the aisle. I want heaven to rise when I take that step. Yes, Ma, you've been glowing since Gray proposed. You're lucky. Most sisters pray for this kind of love. I hope God blesses my steps the same way. I pray so too. But sometimes I wonder what if what we call blessings are just well-dressed distractions? I mean, how do we truly know God is still leading when everything feels good, but something inside won't rest? You're saying that now? 3 weeks to the altar? Is everything alright, sis? You've always seemed so sure. That's the thing. I used to be. But now, it's like I'm standing in a room full of worship but I can't hear God anymore. I keep praying, fasting, asking for peace, and all I get is silence and this uneasy weight in my chest. It's like God is trying to speak, but fear is louder.
Everything okay here? The choir sounds anointed, babe. We're going to have the most spirit-filled wedding in Paris. I've got a surprise for you after rehearsal, something to make you forget all this stress.
Your fiancé is here. Enjoy yourself. I will see you later after rehearsal. Thank you, love. You always know how to make things lighter. But, Gray, can I ask something honest? When was the last time you truly heard from God about us? Not excitement or plans. I mean confirmation.
Gabrielle, what kind of question is that now? I'm a man of God. I've prayed, fasted, even sought counsel. What we have is heaven ordained. You're letting stress whisper nonsense. Don't give the enemy space in your mind before our union is sealed.
I just need to know that this altar won't be built on assumptions. I'm not accusing you. I just want to be sure we both arrived at this altar by faith, not flesh.
You're doubting me now? After all these months of courtship and vision planning? Gabrielle, sometimes the devil uses doubt to sabotage what God already approved. Don't let that seed grow.
Maybe, but if God approved this, why has he gone quiet? Why is peace absent in my sleep? I dream of walking to the altar, but the aisle is empty. I stand there alone. Isn't that strange?
Maybe we both need rest. The wedding pressure is real. Let's finish this rehearsal and continue this talk later. You know the devil hates godly unions.
You're right. Let's not give him the stage. But if something feels off, even in a godly union, should I ignore the red flags and call it faith?
Babe, I love you. I chose you. That's faith. That's action. Stop searching for confirmation when you already have commitment. That's what real love is, staying, not doubting.
But I don't want to marry a mystery. I want to marry a man, not just a ministry. I wanted a man after God's heart, but I never asked what kind of heart he had for me. Was I in love with the image of godliness, or with a godly man? Because there's a difference, and maybe I'm about to find out, the hard way.
Stop calling me during the day. You know what's at stake. I'll see you tonight. Don't ruin this for both of us.
You're late again. Always showing up after I've already poured the second glass. You used to race here like I was oxygen. Now you walk in like I'm just a chore on your checklist. Why do I feel like you're slipping away even before the wedding?
Lily, don't start. You know I've been under pressure with wedding plans and church responsibilities. You think it's easy pretending to be holy while sneaking off to live a double life? I'm exhausted. This right here is my only escape.
Escape? Baby, I'm not your vacation home. I'm a woman who gave up her entire peace to wait for a man who promised to choose her over another woman and a make-believe future. You're the one who said Gabrielle was safe but not your soulmate.
She is safe, and that's exactly why I chose her for the role. The church loves her. She's clean, proper, submissive, perfect pastor's wife material. You come with a lot of fire. And as much as I crave that fire, I'm not ready to die in the smoke.
Then why are you still here, Gray? Why are you still holding me hostage in this fantasy if you know you won't choose me in reality? I've sacrificed my body, my secrets, and my soul for a man who hides me like sin.
Don't say that. You know I care. You're the one person who makes me feel real. But understand me, marriage to Gabrielle is strategic. It secures my next level in life. After the wedding, we can create boundaries, take trips, be us again. Just hold on.
I don't want vacations and sneak-ins, Gray. I want to walk into church without hiding in shadows. I want to post your picture and not delete it before the morning light. I want more than late-night crumbs and early morning excuses. Don't you think I deserve that?
You deserve the world, Lily. And if I were any other man, I'd give it to you in broad daylight. But I'm a man of the cloth, and everything I do is judged 10 times over. One wrong step and everything I've built comes crashing down.
You build it on lies, Gray. Not God, not truth. Lies. You've twisted your calling into a costume. Every time you stand in front of people, I wonder if lightning will strike. And maybe it should, because God sees what you do when the robe is off.
Careful, Lily. You don't get to question me just because your feelings are bruised. I've done everything to protect both of us. You think I enjoy this mess? You think I sleep at night? I'm losing myself in a battle between what's right and what's real.
I don't need protection. I need truth. I need a man who isn't afraid to lose it all to keep me. I need love that doesn't require makeup to hide the shame. If you can't give me that, then maybe you were never the man I prayed for.
I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. I didn't expect you to shake me the way you did. You forced me to feel something I buried long before I met you. But I can't abandon my plans. If this scandal breaks, everything dies, including you and me.
Then maybe it's time it dies. Maybe it's time you face the consequences of building your future on a bed of lies. I won't be your shadow anymore, Gray. If you want a future with me, you better be ready to sacrifice your mask.
Wait, don't leave. I'll fix this. I'll find a way. Just give me time. I need you, Lola, more than I've ever admitted. Let's take this slow. Let me secure things, then we can come up for air. I just need time to untangle this.
I've given you time, grace, and silence. But silence becomes betrayal when the truth is delayed too long. I'm not the problem, Gray. The lie is. And soon, even God won't cover it anymore. You'll either confess it, or it will confess itself.
Then pray for me, because I don't know which one will happen first.
Pastor Benson's message today was powerful. The way he broke down Ephesians 5. I couldn't stop thinking about the part where he said, love is sacrifice, not just butterflies. It reminded me of the vows we're about to take. They carry weight. Not everyone understands that.
Yes, it hit me too. Especially when he talked about submission being a two-way street. I used to think it just meant the woman submits, but the way he explained it, it's about mutual reverence, lifting each other up. It made me reflect on the kind of husband I want to be.
That's why I feel so honored to walk into this next phase with you. You're not just a man of principles. You're someone who listens, who reflects. And I believe God will use our union to show others that marriage still works, when He's the center of it.
Well, if we're going to make marriage work, we should probably start practicing being close, right? I mean, emotionally, yes, but also physically. Intimacy is part of marriage. It's natural to want to express love before the wedding night.
Gray, please. I know we've talked about this before, but I'm still not comfortable. Sex before marriage isn't just a bad habit, it's a sin. It's like inviting God out of our relationship. I want our home to be built on obedience, not compromise. Let's not invite consequences.
I'm not trying to pressure you, Gabrielle, but sometimes, I wish we could just be honest about how we feel. Don't you ever think we're being too strict? Love is a gift. Desire is natural. I'm not asking for us to live in sin. I just want to feel closer to you.
Desire may be natural, but discipline is spiritual. I've waited this long not because I'm blind to temptation, but because I want to offer God something sacred. And you, too. Wouldn't it be beautiful to stand at the altar knowing we honored Him with our bodies?
I admire your strength, I do. But I'm human, Gabrielle. I wake up thinking about you. I go to bed imagining what our life will be like. Do you know how hard it is to look at you every day and not touch you the way I crave to?
I understand, Gray. But maybe that craving isn't about me. It's about you learning how to wait, how to lead by example. If you can't walk this journey with restraint, how will you counsel others struggling with the same thing?
So now I'm being tested, huh? I thought love was supposed to be freeing, not a tightrope of rules. I just want a moment with the woman I love without feeling like I've committed a crime. Why does God have to be watching every second?
Because He is. And that's the beauty and weight of being chosen. We don't just represent ourselves. We represent His name. If you're struggling now, what happens when trials hit our marriage? Will you give in then too? Or will you lead us through?
Sometimes I wish I could be free of this pressure, of always having to be perfect. I'm tired of wearing a robe that never fits. Tired of hiding the parts of me that feel wrong.
You don't have to be perfect, Gray. Just surrendered. That's what God wants. We're all broken, but hiding won't heal us. Bring your struggles into the light. Let God deal with them. And let me help carry your burdens, not with sin, but with prayer and patience.
You really do see me, not the image, me. And somehow, that scares me more than anything, because I'm afraid that one day, you will see too much and walk away.
I'm not afraid of the cracks, Gray. Only the lies that try to cover them. If we can be honest with each other, even in weakness, there's nothing we can't overcome. But the moment we start making excuses, we lose our foundation.
Then I promise, I'll try harder. Not just to wait, but to walk this path with you and God. I don't want to lose you over something I should be strong enough to resist.
We won't fall. Not if we keep choosing what's right over what's easy. I'm proud of you for being vulnerable. And when the time comes, our union will be worth every tear, every denial, every struggle.
I hope so, because if I lose you, I lose the only part of me that still feels pure.
Carly, have you ever had a feeling deep down in your stomach, like a knot, that something is off, but you can't quite put your finger on it? Lately, Gray's words don't match his actions. He says one thing, but his eyes are saying something completely different. I feel like I'm missing pieces. Gabrielle, you're probably just overwhelmed. The wedding's in a few months. Your family's counting on you to make this work. And Gray, he's under pressure too. Men don't always communicate well when they're juggling responsibilities. It's not necessarily deception. Maybe he just doesn't know how to carry it all gracefully. It's not just about being distracted. He told me he was working late 2 nights ago, but I stopped by his office to drop off dinner, and he wasn't there. His secretary said he'd left early. When I called him, he claimed he was still at work. That lie shook me. Carly, okay, that does sound strange, but Gabrielle, think about this. Maybe he was embarrassed about stepping out early. Maybe he needed air, needed to think, and didn't want you to worry or think he was avoiding you. Men lie small lies sometimes to avoid complicated conversations. But if we're building our foundation on honesty, then even small lies become cracks. I need to trust him with the unseen parts of me. Carly, if he's already shielding simple things, what happens when life gets really messy? What else could he be hiding under the name of protecting me? You're right to want honesty, but don't let one weird incident paint the entire picture. You've seen his devotion to the community. People don't fake that for long. Maybe he's battling something personal and needs space. If it was serious, you'd feel it stronger than just a knot. I do feel it, Carly. It's not just intuition, it's in the small inconsistencies. He doesn't pray with me like he used to. His phone, he guards it like it's sacred scripture. He used to share everything, and now he's always reaching for silence. That silence is screaming at me. Sometimes, the fear of losing something good makes us see problems where there may only be shadows. Gray loves you. I've seen the way he looks at you, brags about you at fellowships. Could it be that you're just reacting to the fear of it being too perfect? No, this isn't about me being paranoid. I journal, I pray, I reflect. I know my emotions well. What I'm sensing is change. His stories don't line up. He avoids eye contact when he speaks lately. His laugh, it's different. Less joy, more delay. Like he's trying to keep me from seeing something. I just don't want you to sabotage what could be a beautiful beginning over assumptions. But I hear you. Maybe it's time you asked him directly, heart to heart. Don't accuse, just invite truth. Men open up when they're not cornered but feel safe. Make it a conversation, not a confrontation. I did. Last night, I asked him what's been on his mind. Told him I felt disconnected. He just said work was crazy, that planning the wedding was weighing on him, and that he's trying to keep everything together for us. He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. That's heavy. And if his eyes are hiding pain or secrets, they'll betray him before his mouth does. Maybe what you're seeing is emotional fatigue. Planning a wedding in the spotlight can drain the soul. He could just be weary from trying to be everyone's version of perfect. I thought so too, but I've been studying patterns. He disappears at the same times each week. His phone is always on silent around me. Once, I called Naomi, his cousin, only to have her say he wasn't with her when he said he was. That shook me. It felt orchestrated. You called Naomi? That's good. Did you tell Gray? I did. He brushed it off. Said she probably forgot or was trying to stir something. But the way he rushed to change the topic, it was like watching someone hiding the evidence before the door opens. And I just sat there swallowing the lump in my throat. That does sound deliberate. You know what, Gabrielle? Maybe it's time to observe without reacting. Don't confront again just yet. Watch. Let him move freely. The truth has a way of tripping over its own feet when it's running from light. If something's there, God will bring it to the surface. That's what I'm afraid of. That the truth is coming. And when it does, it might undo everything we've built. I love him, Carly, but I won't love a lie. I need to know if I'm marrying Gray, the man I've prayed for, or someone else entirely. Whatever happens, you won't walk through it alone. And if he is hiding something, better you find out now than when vows have been said. Don't settle for silence where there should be clarity. And remember, God is not the author of confusion. Then may he speak soon, because this silence is louder than thunder.
This can't come back to me. I need that to be clear, up front. What I'm asking is serious. If it leaks, if anyone connects dots, I lose everything. My name, my reputation, my future. And trust me, Shadow, that's a future I've worked too hard to build. I won't let anything or anyone ruin it. I've handled jobs for men who wear the cloth, stand on stages, and still bury their sins in shallow graves. You're not the first to come in polished shoes asking for dirty work. I don't care what mask you wear in public, as long as my money's clean and the instructions are clear. There's a man, his name is Wilfred. He's not just a preacher, he's a threat. He's been asking too many questions, snooping where he doesn't belong. I have reason to believe he's close to exposing things about me, things that would undo years of perfection, trust, and status in the society. Exposing things? You mean skeletons you never buried properly? That's not my concern. What you're buying from me is silence, permanent silence. Just say the word and give me the man's habits, routines, and weak spots. I'll handle the rest, like I always do. Clean, fast, no questions asked. I want it to look like a robbery gone wrong. No trace that points to me. I'll transfer half now, the other half once I get proof. He lives alone most nights at the mission house near the old cathedral. He walks home late every Thursday after evening service. That's your window. Thursday, old cathedral route. Make it look petty, accidental. Got it. And your payment, how much are we talking here? This isn't just about silencing a man, this is about preserving a whole false kingdom, isn't it? That doesn't come cheap. I'm sending 10 million. Half tonight, half when I see it in the news and when the people mourns without suspecting a thing. Don't contact me after this. Don't ever mention my name. I'm clean, and I intend to keep it that way. This isn't personal, it's self-preservation. You'd be surprised how many clients say that. It's not personal. But I like your style, decisive, emotionless, dangerous. You'll go far, Gray, if you survive your lies. I didn't come here for judgment, Shadow. I came for results. I'm not asking for you to understand me. I'm asking you to execute a task. Do it well, and you will never hear from me again. But mess it up, and I'll make sure you disappear before I do. Careful, man. You're starting to sound like me. Relax. You'll have your outcome, and I'll have my payday. That man won't see the weekend. I'll make it look like a random mugging by some street rats. No one will look twice. Just another tragedy in a city full of broken prayers. Good. Because if I fall, I won't fall alone. There are names I could take down with me. So let's ensure we never have to revisit this conversation. Do your job. Get your money. Disappear. And you, go back to your workplace. Shake hands. Preach accountability and trust. Pretend like you're God's favorite. Just know that beneath your tailored suit, the blood you spill will always call your name. Even if no one else can hear it. I don't believe in ghosts, Shadow. I believe in survival. And when survival demands sacrifice, then blood must answer. Wilfred made the wrong enemy. Or maybe, Gray, you made the wrong deal with the devil. Today, we gather not just to mourn the man, but to celebrate the message. Wilfred wasn't just our shepherd, he was a force of light, a voice of truth, a man of God who lived with conviction. It pains me to speak about him in the past tense. It tears something inside me.
I've never seen Gray like this, so broken. It's heartbreaking. He loved Wilfred so much. I can't believe someone would hurt him like this.
He taught me more than scripture. He taught me discipline, vision, integrity. He called out the hypocrisy in a world that wears holiness like a mask. And now he's gone, taken by cruelty, stolen by darkness. But we must not let that darkness consume us. We must carry his torch forward. Rest well, old man. Your battle's over, and no one will ever know what you were close to uncovering.
You gave a powerful eulogy. It almost made me forget what Wilfred told me a week before he died. He said he suspected there was a wolf in sheep's clothing right among us. A man he trusted, who was not what he seemed. He said he'd prove it. But now, he's gone.
I don't know what he meant. Wilfred had many burdens. He was overwhelmed in his final days. Perhaps he was mistaken. Perhaps grief clouded his judgment.
No, son. He wasn't mistaken. And I intend to find out what he knew. I'll finish what he started. I owe him that much. You should know, Truth always has a way of rising. Even from a grave.
Who was that? He looked serious.
Just another elder filled with grief. They're all looking for someone to blame. Can't stand the idea that this world is unjust. He was saying something about Wilfred's suspicions. Nothing concrete, just his usual paranoia.
Suspicion? About who?
I don't know. He didn't say. But don't let it worry you, Gabrielle. These are troubled times. People say all sorts of things when they're hurting.
I don't know, Gray. Something doesn't sit right. Wilfred trusted you. You were like a son to him. But that man, he didn't speak like someone who trusted you. He spoke like someone who suspected you.
Sweetheart, don't let whispers undo the love we've built. People envy us. They see how strong we are, how destined we are to rise, and they want to shake that. Don't let them get into your head.
But what if Wilfred did know something? What if he was trying to warn us?
Gabrielle, look at me. I've been loyal to this place, to Wilfred, to you. I'm not perfect, but I'm not a murderer. Is that what you think I am? Do you believe I would ever harm someone who made me who I am?
No, but I don't know what to believe anymore. Ever since we got engaged, you've changed. There are moments I feel like I don't know you at all.
That's because you see the cracks, not the decay. We all have sides we hide to survive, but everything I do for us, for our future. Please, don't let grief blind you to love. I need you now more than ever.
Okay, I'll trust you, but if I ever find out you've lied to me, Gray, I swear.
You won't, because I haven't. Let's go home. We need rest. Let's remember Wilfred the way he would have wanted, united, not torn apart by fear.
You can fool a woman's heart. You can fool the world. But you can't fool heaven. The truth will find you, Gray. Even if I have to drag it from hell myself.
Nathaniel's becoming a liability, Shadow. Ever since the service, he's watched me like a hawk, his curiosity sharpened by grief. He's not the kind to let things rest. I've seen him chase down rumors before. It feels like he already knows more than he should. I'm convinced he suspects me, senses the darkness hidden behind my smile. So, the man's got it in his head that you're dirty, and you want him quieted. I get it. But he's more than just suspicious, he's respected by the people, and any misstep on your part could ignite suspicion elsewhere. You sure you want to deal with him? That kind of hit draws too much attention if it goes wrong. I don't want to kill him right away. I need time to cover tracks, adjust narratives. If I move too soon, everyone will connect the dots. But if he digs deeper, if he unearths what Wilfred was close to exposing, then I lose everything. So I need him watched. If I can't neutralize his threat quietly, then I'll have to eliminate the messenger. I'll keep him under surveillance. You'll know if he's tailing you or digging into your finances. Word of mouth, little whispers in the church, that's how you find out. If he pushes too hard, I can remove him without raising eyebrows, make it look like a heart attack, old gang violence, or a robbery. No connection back to you. Good. But timing is everything. I need to stall, appear distraught and cooperative, lead them away from suspicion while you keep watch. Don't strike until I give the word. But if he corners me, if he forces me to confess, or if evidence surfaces, don't hesitate. At that moment, he becomes a threat that cannot remain alive. Understood. I'll keep tabs on his every move. If he pries too deep, I'll neutralize him, then stage the scene. I'll use his own notes, slip a gun in his hand, make it look like he took out an intruder and turned the barrel on himself. Nobody will question a man's martyrdom, especially one chasing devils. If anything changes, concerts, midweek services, off-record meetings, tell me immediately. I'll adjust my story. Nathaniel was going through a breakdown after Wilfred's death, or he was overburdened by some affairs. Make sure my alibi is airtight. I can't have a single member doubt my innocence. I'll tailor the scene accordingly. If a stray bullet or a single fingerprint links back to you, it's on me, not you. I'll handle forensics by covering entry points, wearing gloves, and using untraceable weapons. By the time they find him, he'll be gone beyond help. But remember, once you start this, there's no turning back. I know, I've crossed red lines I never dreamed of, but faith and work are my identity. If Nathaniel exposes me, every soul I've guided will turn against me. I've invested too much, decades of education, tears, souls saved. I can't let a man's dying curiosity undo all that. I won't let my legacy crumble. Strictly business, Gray. Once I get you a signal of his approach or enough proof he's digging where he shouldn't, you're free to walk away, and I'll bury the rest. We both know the cost, but the payoff is survival. You maintain your throne, I remain in the shadows where I belong. Absolutely. And when this is done, the people will have to rebuild trust. Without Wilfred and Nathaniel, They'll lean on me. I'll be the rock they need. I'll lead them into brighter days, and no one will question Gray's heart ever again. We'll rewrite everything. Just remember, wolves wear wool, shepherds pack heat, and trust is a currency that always comes due. I'll see you soon, for the good news and the funeral sermon.
Gray, I've spent weeks piecing together fragments. The security tapes? Yes, they're backed up off-site. Phone records, strange withdrawals from church funds, and encrypted messages from an unlisted number. All pointing to you. I'm not here to accuse. I'm here to ask, is there anything you wish to confess before I involve someone beyond this room?
Sir Nathaniel, I've served the people faithfully for years. If I seem distant lately, it's grief, plain and simple. Wilfred's death shook me. Rumors, digital noise, shadows and emails, they are not evidence. Be careful how you interpret scattered puzzle pieces. They may frame a picture you want to see, but not the truth that exists.
I respect your years of service, Gray, but I must protect the flock. And the more I follow this trail, the clearer it becomes. You were the last to speak to Wilfred before his disappearance. His sermon notes hinted at a betrayal. I believe he was onto something dark. Something that didn't just cost him his work, but his life.
Are we really going to dissect my friendship with Wilfred as though it were criminal? He confided in me about many things. Depression, doubts, enemies he made outside work. Maybe his past caught up with him. But you, turning this into a detective agency, risk damning a man's legacy with half-truths and guesswork.
Your honesty matters more than you know. Gray, I don't want to see you fall. But if what I suspect is true, then this house, God's house, has already been stained. And if we let it fester, we become accomplices in silence. This is your final chance to come clean.
Final chance? You speak like a judge, not a brother. I am no murderer. I am no thief. You think a few documents give you divine clarity? I've wept with this building. I've carried its burdens. And now I'm to be crucified based on whispers and suspicion? This is heresy of a different kind.
Then prove me wrong. Open your phone. Let's review it together. Let's visit the night of Wilfred's disappearance, your last known location pinned near his home. Show me innocence through transparency. Or don't. But if you refuse, you leave me no choice but to take this outside these walls.
This meeting is over. I came here out of respect, but I won't sit and be tried like a criminal. My conscience is clear, and if you dare slander my name publicly, know that you're dragging the entire congregation into chaos. You may think you're heroes, but you're lighting fires you can't control.
You forget, Gray. The truth burns brighter than any fire. I prayed before calling this meeting. I asked God to reveal what was hidden. And I believe his hand is moving, now. Whatever happens next isn't about me. It's about justice. And if you're innocent, God will defend you. If not, may he judge swiftly.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. Be very careful with your crusade, Nathaniel. The road to hell is paved with righteous intentions. Watch your back. Not everyone forgives betrayal as easily as you preach it. Shadow, it's time. I need you to move on, Nathaniel. No delays. He's closer than I expected. I saw it in his eyes. He knows something, and he's not going to stop. Do it clean, quiet. I want no mess, no names, and absolutely no trace. Understood. I already scoped out his routine. He's predictable. Church at dawn, council meetings by noon, evening walks alone. Give me 48 hours. After that, he's history. Make sure the rest of my payment is ready. This isn't charity work, Gray. You'll get your money. I want him silenced forever. He's meddling in places no man should, and if he uncovers what we buried, it's the end for both of us. This has to be permanent. No miracles. Just silence.
Has anyone heard from Nathaniel? He hasn't answered his calls, and his home looks untouched. His car's still in the lot. Something's not right. This isn't like him at all.
I even called his sister. She said she hasn't spoken to him since Sunday. Do you think something happened? Should we call the police?
It's over 2 days now. I have not heard from Shadow. I need to call him. No, not now. Don't do this to me, Shadow. You said 48 hours. I paid you. You better not disappear on me now. Where are you? Answer the damn phone. You better not be dead or running off with my money. If you botch this, everything falls apart. I can't be the next to vanish. I've worked too hard for this new life. I need out. Let me call Lily. Lily, pack your bags. Now. Cancel your shifts. Drop everything. We're leaving for China, tonight. I've already booked the tickets under new names. I'll pick you up in an hour. I'll explain everything, but just know, it's not safe anymore. We have to disappear.
What? China? Gray, are you okay? You're scaring me. What's going on? What about the work? Your wedding? Everything you've built here?
Forget all of that. It's ashes now. This place is cursed. People are digging where they shouldn't. If we stay, we'll both go down. I need you to trust me, Lily. I've set up new accounts, passports, a new life. All that matters now is survival.
Survival? You're talking like a fugitive. Who did you cross, Gray? Did you do something to Nathaniel? People are talking. He's missing. Don't lie to me.
Stop asking questions. I told you I'd take care of everything. Just do as I say. I'll explain more when I see you, but the clock's ticking. Pack light. 1 suitcase. No electronics. No goodbyes. We vanish tonight. No, this can't be happening right now. How did they find me? I cleared everything. Shadow said there were no traces. This wasn't part of the plan. God, no, not now. I was so close. You are under arrest, Gray Collins. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. This is a mistake. You don't understand. Innocent people don't plan secret escapes with mistresses. We've got bank records, audio clips, and witness testimonies. Save your prayers, Gray. You're going to need them where you're going.
I still can't believe it. Nathaniel stood there, alive, after all the mourning, after all the prayers, and he told me that Gray, the man I loved, the one I was going to marry, planned to kill him. Sometimes, the people we trust most are the ones wearing the best masks. I know it hurts. Gabrielle, you gave your heart to a man who preached righteousness and practiced evil. But don't confuse Gray's actions with God's character. God exposed him, for your sake. And to think, he had another woman, a whole side chick. He looked me in the eye, spoke of purity, rebuked me for questioning his intentions, and yet, he was living in sin, betraying me and the God he claimed to serve. That's the cruelty of deception. It wraps itself in charisma and scripture. You were caught in a storm you didn't create, and still, God pulled you out before the flood drowned you. It's painful, yes, but also divine protection in disguise. I feel so stupid. All the times I ignored the little signs. When he changed the subject about purity. When he got defensive about late night calls. I blamed myself. I thought I was overthinking. But I was right all along. I just didn't want to see it. Don't beat yourself up. Evil often comes dressed in light. That's why the Bible says even Satan masquerades as an angel. You weren't stupid, you were trusting, and he used that trust against you. But that says more about him than you. I kept imagining our future, life together, a home filled with peace and purpose. And now, all I see is a prison, betrayal, and a funeral that didn't happen. I can't even grieve properly. It's just chaos and confusion. But now, Gabrielle, now you know the truth. And truth is painful, but it is freeing. That man would have ruined your soul had you married him. God didn't just save your heart, he preserved your destiny. Gray is in prison, and you are free. Free, yes, but broken too. It's hard to pray now. It's hard to trust anyone again. How do I go back to ministry? How do I stand before young girls and preach purity when I was nearly devoured by someone who said the same? I'm going to start journaling again. And maybe one day, I'll write this story. Maybe someone needs to hear it. Maybe God saved me, not just for me, but for someone else. That's the spirit. Turn the fire into fuel. Turn the ashes into an altar. You're rising, Gabrielle. And when the world sees it, they'll know, God still writes the best comeback stories.